Welcome to the Real Conversations podcast, the podcast dedicated to real stories from successful real estate professionals with your host, Dan Edwards.
Good afternoon and welcome to Real Conversations. I'm your host, Dan Edwards, managing broker here at Keller Williams in Bothell. And I'm here with Lilly Melnichuk. And I practiced that name a couple of times. Lilly is one of our amazing agents here at the Bothell office. And I'd like to welcome you to the podcast.
Thank you.
All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
Yeah, hi. We're all like podcasting to here. Yeah. So Lilly, you have been in real estate how long?
I have been in real estate for 6 years now.
6 years. And so that means Lilly started when she was 16. I'm just kidding. Very young. And so Lilly, you're not though. You've been doing this for 6 years. And tell me a little bit about where you grew up.
So I actually grew up in Mount Vernon, Washington. So that's Skagit County. I was born in Mount Vernon, so I've lived there almost all my life. And then when I got married at age 19, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. 19. You want to pause?
Yeah.
No, we're not pausing yet. Okay, so you got married. Yes.
Okay, I got married at 19. And then when we got married, I moved to Woodinville. So to Snohomish County. And then I kind of started doing research in Snohomish County and kind of figuring that area out. It's a little different from Skagit County, that's for sure.
So we're going to go back. So you grew up in Mount Vernon.
Yes.
What were your hobbies and interests? What'd you do in high school?
So in high school, I was very busy with classes. My plan was to become a dental hygienist.
Oh.
I was a dental assistant for 5 years. So I would go to college. I would have orchestra classes. I played a violin.
Oh, nice.
I had choir classes and then was very, very busy at church. So we had, I was teaching kids class at church, kids choir at church. So just very busy schedule, very packed schedule.
Was that by design by your parents?
Yes.
How
yes.
come? Why?
So
Why did they make it so busy?
So we grew up in a Christian family. We had 7 kids in our family. And our parents wanted us to kind of stay very active in church just so we wouldn't kind of like, they would say, go off into the world, kind of like start doing
distracted.
bad things. Yeah, get distracted, not get off route. So they kept us very busy. And I kind of like that because that.
So what number of 7 are you?
I am so there's one younger sister than me. So I'm number 6.
6. Okay. All right.
6 to the youngest.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's it like growing up with a house with 6 siblings?
It's very busy. The youngest get bullied a lot.
Oh, really? I thought you guys get
feel-
babied.
No. Well, the younger one, she's 6 years younger than me. She really got babied.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty young.
But the older ones, I feel like they would do this or I'll tell mom, or like, parents would tell them to do something and they would want you to do it. Or they won't take you to the store. They just kind of
pass
them.
it along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, if you want to go to the store and get this or that or the mall or whatever, they kind of hold that over you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I bet there's some good stories there. So was it a big house you grew up in with
Yeah, so we grew up in a 4-bedroom house.
Wait, 7 children, 2 parents in a 4-bedroom house?
Yes.
So you were stacked on top of each other basically?
We all had to share rooms.
Yeah.
So it was a 2,500 square foot home. And we had about 1 acre of land. And my parents had chickens. We've had chickens. They kept 2 pigs. So we had animals on our land. So I feel like our community really likes land, just so they could have some animals, space for the kids to run around, like a swing set.
Something more than just like some of the communities that are being sold now where you go out in the backyard, it's a little short aggregate patio and that's it.
Yeah. My parents didn't like that. We always wanted some space to grow. And I guess we needed that with such a big family.
Yeah. In order to get a little bit of sanity, you had to go to the back corner of the acre. Right? And so do you have brothers too, or just all sisters?
I did. I had 4 older brothers.
Okay.
1 older sister and 1 younger sister.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's a big family. And so you said your community. So what community are you a part of?
So it's a Slavic community. It's called Slavic community. And I feel like sometimes because of the Slavic community, because of speaking Ukrainian at home, I'll have a language barrier in English. Like I'll try to.
So at home, it's always Ukrainian?
Yes.
And when you say Slavic, I'm thinking multiple countries, but I don't know because I don't understand. So what does Slavic community incorporate?
So Slavic community is like Ukrainian, Russian. I'm not sure if it's Romanian. I don't think it is. Although some of the Romanian words are very similar
Okay.
to Russian and Ukrainian, but mainly just Russian and Ukrainian.
Okay, got it. So so here in Mount Vernon area, there's a fairly vibrant Slavic community.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So there is a Mount Vernon church.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty big church. And then there's another like Baptist Mount Vernon church.
Mm-hmm.
We went to a church up in Bellingham.
Oh, so you went all the way to Bellingham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was 2 Slavic churches there that I knew of.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I go to a Slavic church up in Mount Lake Terrace. So we rent a church.
You rent a church?
Yes.
Okay, the church that's okay.
That I go to
and
now.
it's all in Ukrainian?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
So we do have a couple families that speak English,
Mm-hmm.
but there's always translation available for them.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
So that translates to English, the sermons and stuff like that.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's cool. I love to learn, right, a
Mhm.
little bit about you. But so you decided you're like going to be a dental hygienist. That was in high school.
Yes.
Okay. So in high school, you're actually doing dental hygienist work
Yes.
and finishing high school and then getting married.
Yes.
Okay. So then where did you meet your husband?
I met my husband at a youth conference.
Okay. So you guys have been sweet for a while?
Yes.
Okay.
We met when high school sweethearts.
Oh, that's so cute. That's awesome. And how many kids do you have?
We have 4 kids now.
So you're on your way to the big family.
Yes, we are.
You only have 3 more to go.
I don't know if I can do 7. I feel like 4 is very, very busy.
Yeah, right. So imagine your mom, right?
Yeah.
With all 7 of you.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad like keeping you busy.
I thought about that. I'm like, my mom had 7 kids. We were all almost a year apart, other than my youngest sister, who is 6 years apart.
She's the mistake, right?
No,
I'm just kidding,
no.
sister, if you're listening. Just kidding.
No, my mom actually had 3 miscarriages
after
me, so she kind of turned out to be 6. But I just thought about it now. I'm like, my parents, they had 7 of us, and they kept us all so busy, and they were able to help us all financially. That way we all went to college.
Mm-hmm.
We all had, we would always go to our doctor's appointments, to our dental appointments. We were so on time with everything. And both my parents worked. I'm like, how did they
make that work?
Yeah.
I think there's a lesson in that, right? Have you ever experienced a time where you're really, really busy and then a time when you're not?
Mm-hmm.
And you tend to find out that you can actually do more when you're really busy than when you're less busy. And it's because this concept that time expands or contracts the amount of activity you have in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so your parents found, I'm sure they have stories of where they were probably losing their minds.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I only have 4 and I have that sometimes.
So good. Okay, so your journey to real estate. So you're doing dental hygienist stuff on your way to college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so did you complete college? Where did you go?
I went to Skagit Valley
Community College?
Yes.
And you got your associates there?
I didn't get my associates, so I started, and I was doing all the prerequisites for hygiene, applied for the program, but they only accept 20 students every year to the Kirkland College, and I didn't get accepted. So either I waited and reapplied the next year, or figured out kind of what to do, if I still wanted to do it and wait this next year, or kind of what my other options were. So I just worked as a dental assistant those years, and I'm like, I'll probably wait till next year. But then I ended up getting married, and when I got married, I was still working as a dental assistant. But then I thought it would be awesome to have kids. And as a dental assistant, working 8 hours a day, every day, hiring a babysitter, that just didn't really make sense to me. Because as a dental assistant, 8 hours every day, you're hiring a babysitter, you're not really there with your baby.
Right, you don't get to see them grow up.
So I was just kind of thinking, what would I actually enjoy doing? And so, growing up, I always liked real estate. I liked looking at homes. I kind of liked interior design things, but I always thought it was hard to be successful in that. I always heard stories of this real estate agent is not successful. They don't really know what they're doing. It's really hard to be in real estate. There are so many real estate agents. So I never thought that I would be able to go into this career and be a successful agent just because of the things I've heard. But when I got married, was doing dental assisting for 5 years, I got pregnant, and I'm like, it would be awesome to just start studying real estate, just to kind of study it, see if I like it, and if it brings my interest in real estate, I'll do it. And so my whole entire pregnancy, I studied real estate, 9 months.
Mhm.
I took my real estate exam when I was 9 months pregnant. That was hard. But I enjoyed studying. Like, I know a lot of agents that I talked to, they would say they fell asleep while they were studying.
Oh, geez.
And yeah, and I didn't really get that when I studied. I was kind of like actually into it.
Mhm.
Like, I enjoyed studying it and kind of figuring things out, and like it had my interest there.
Yeah,
Let's put
it basically drew you in, and it was something that you started to find a passion for.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So then you took your test. Then what did you do?
So I took my test. I was 9 months pregnant, and after I delivered my baby, I joined Keller Williams. So I came into the office. I basically did my onboarding, did everything, and I feel like starting real estate at that stage of life was kind of difficult, just because I had a C-section too. So I had a baby and a surgery and recovering. It was just kind of like,
Timing
and
wise, it
you're,
was like,
you're so new to this. And I feel like when you just kind of step in, you need to actually study the contracts before you start representing people. Because I feel like if you're just stepping in and signing things and doing whatever, you're not going to be able to represent them at 100%, which I think they would need.
That's pretty important. Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of doing a whole lot of working with clients, you spent time learning the contracts. Is that right?
Yes. So after I had my baby, I spent time learning the contracts, kind of figuring out how would I want to structure an offer to make it appealing when I get my first client. Why would they want to work with me? Kind of like, what is my why? Why would someone want to work with me? I need to know my contracts. So I kind of started there.
How long did that take?
It took about a year, I think, when my son was a year.
So you didn't have any transactions. You just kind of focused on learning the contracts and then kind of learning your value proposition. Why would somebody choose to work with Lilly over the hundreds of agents out there?
Yeah.
Okay. So then when does it now start to kick? When do things start to click then for you?
I feel like a year in, when I really studied my contracts, knew my contracts, I felt confident. And so I made a page on Instagram, made a page on Facebook, and I started posting, kind of teaching people about real estate, posting the interest rates, just sharing some values as an agent that I thought were important to people. And people kind of followed along, and they saw that. And so my very first client was from church. And I'll never forget this client, because when they called me and said, "Hey, Lily, we want to buy this house. Will you represent us?" That was kind of like, it was like a heartwarming hug.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was like, they trusted me, they saw something in me to use me as their agent. And that just felt so special to me that, I think consistency and posting things online, that really did help.
Yeah. I think we talk about two things, competence and care. Like when people choose to work with you, it's because they know that you care about them and they know that you know what you're doing. And your avenue of doing that was through social media. And essentially the relationships that you had on social media were relationships from your church.
Yes.
So you didn't like build a database and start emailing out. You just actually built your database on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And just shared your knowledge.
Yes.
And no ask, but just, hey, by the way, I'm a real estate agent here.
Yes.
And how long from the time you started doing that to the time you received your first referral? How long was that, you think?
I would say that took about 3 months.
Of consistent, like how often would you post?
Consistently. I would do at least one post a day, one story a day. And, sometimes people would be like, "You're posting too much as an agent." But I'm like...
Did you put personal stuff in there too?
Sometimes, yes. Okay. So like family photos, kind of like, "Oh, there's a coffee shop in town that's new. Whoever wants to check it out." So just very local things that people would actually be interested in. Because I know there's a lot of people that already own homes, which are like following me, and they're like, why would we want to just follow her if she keeps posting these home things when we
Right.
already own a home? So
Right.
I
You're
tried,
trying to change it up a little
yeah,
bit for it to be interesting.
yeah,
Mhm.
I tried to change it up so it'd be interesting. So I feel like those 3 months of just posting consistently, that brought my first client. And then after I had my first sold, some people kind of saw, oh, like Lilly already sold a house this far into real estate. And then when you have a client and they like their experience working with you, it's like word of mouth.
Mhm.
So when I had this client, they really enjoyed working with me. And then I went to their signing appointment. They really liked that because I guess a lot of agents don't really
Mhm.
go to your signing appointment with you. But I was there. I was there through every milestone. So from meeting them first to writing the contract to going to the showings, the inspections, every milestone, I was there. And I feel like when you're a first-time home buyer, especially, it's really important that you're there with your client every step of the way, just so that they feel confident about their sale, and it kind of shows your value as an agent.
Yeah, throughout the process. And I actually did a podcast before this on AI, and we kind of nerded out on all this stuff.
Mhm.
And what I want everybody to know out there is that if you are building a real estate business, yes, there's AI, yes, there's, shiny objects, marketing plans, referrals, Zillow, leads, all that kind of stuff. But really, when you take time to focus on the quality of the service that you provide to the customer that's right in front of you, that is the best way to have never ending referrals, right? Because as I understand it, your business right now, 100% is just word of mouth.
Yes.
And it's a human telling another human, you've got to work with Lilly because she takes really good care. She shows up at the signing appointments. She explains the contracts really well, etc.
Mhm.
What was maybe your most challenging, maybe it's right now, what's one of your most challenging transactions that you've had over the few years?
One of my most challenging transactions was probably a commercial sale, I would say. I guess there was just more paperwork involved, and then we kept needing to extend the closing date just because this wasn't in yet from what was it called? We had to do an inspection from the city because they had fuel tanks at the property, and they needed to make sure that none of that leaked.
Environmental impact?
Yes, that's what it was.
Environmental impact, yeah. Was that recently?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Commercial takes a little longer because you're sometimes waiting on government officials
Yes.
to get their stuff done.
Yes, so that takes a little longer, and that was a little more difficult because it was more new to me, and I didn't really study in that area. So
Okay. So, and have you done many commercial, or what would you say is your percentage?
so that was my second commercial sale.
Okay.
And right now in our church, we've been renting a church for over 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And so now our church is looking for a church building to buy.
Mhm.
And so that would technically be my third, but I guess I'm kind of getting more into commercial. Well, half and half. I just haven't really studied so much the commercial side that I'm more newer to it. So I
Mhm.
felt like it was a little more.
But there's a lot of agents that have been doing real estate for a long time that never touched commercial. Why doesn't that scare you?
It doesn't scare me because I honestly, I think I enjoy commercial.
You don't know. You don't know. Well, I mean, what I'm observing as we're talking is I see that if you don't know something, that's actually more exciting to you because you can go learn.
I'm a risk taker. Yes.
Well, it's not, I wouldn't even say a risk. It's, one of the things that really bothers me is people who know it all. And so they already have an answer for this, they already have that. But curiosity is kind of what changes the world, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody comes to you and says, hey, Lilly, I want to buy a commercial building, or I want to do this, you could say, well, that's not my expertise. And that may be the case based on your time and ability.
Mhm.
But if you stay curious and you say, well, let me see what I can do to find out. One of the great things is we've got tons of experienced brokers here that you can go and ask, Brian, our designated broker, can help guide you in that.
Mhm.
But really it's all, I almost want to say it's like a quick search away. But learning is not, it's just a matter of applying your curiosity on a subject matter and then making sure that if you don't understand it, that you go to the resources that can help you explain
Yeah.
it to your clients. But it sounded like it was fairly straightforward, just a few more extra feasibilities.
Yes.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I actually enjoyed it.
So what year is this for you now in real estate?
This is the 6th year.
6th year. Okay, year number 6. So somebody just getting started, you gave us some great experience and stuff like that. Word of mouth, all of that. What would you tell somebody that maybe in this market where it's a little more challenging, right? Buyers are kind of on the fence. What advice would you give somebody that's maybe struggling in this environment right now?
The advice I would give is know your contracts, study them so you would be able to explain them well. Know how to structure your offers. So if there's a multiple offer situation, how is this offer going to stand out? Why would the selling agent or the seller want to choose our offer? Learn how to structure the offer and also protect your client's best interest. So if you're writing an offer, how is this going to appeal to the seller but still protect my buyer?
Mhm.
And I would say stay consistent online. So
Mhm.
consistency is key. If people see your professionalism, that you're consistent, the referrals will come. It might be slow in the beginning,
Mhm.
but if you show your consistency and show up every day, even when business is slow, I feel like that will really help your business.
I like that. So how do you do this with 4 kids?
Honestly, you just show up when they take naps. It takes a quick second to just post something online. Yeah, I would say it's doable. It's doable. If I can do it with 4 under 4,
Yeah.
agents can do
Yeah,
it.
let me just rephrase that. She said 4 under 4.
Yes.
So she's got like probably 2 in diapers.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 in diapers. That was a long time ago for me, folks. So.
Yeah, but I feel like also if you have help, like my husband and mom help a lot, so they'll sometimes babysit, and I feel like that'll help me kind of like go to a showing and I'm fully there. I'm fully present. I feel like that really helps when I've had people that have said to me, oh, we use another agent because you have 4 kids. You're very busy.
Hmm.
And I don't like hearing that because even though I have my 4 kids, that's not a burden to me. I will fully be there every milestone of the way. I will explain the contracts well. I know the contracts well. So you just really have to prove that you are a good agent.
Yeah.
Why would people want to work with you?
The funny thing is you're really, I mean, it's about being efficient, right? Because essentially, like you said, when they're taking naps, okay, this is time for me to lead generate because I got the kids down, all that. And I mean, you're able to, I mean, I always took my laptop with me on vacation, but I always found time to shut the laptop down, go be present with my family. So it's not necessarily about having enough time. It's making sure that you're present when you have the time. So you're either present with your family or you're present with your clients and not feeling conflicted between the two. And you seem to manage that really well.
Yeah, I think we're doing a good job.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else you want to say or share?
No, I think that's it.
Well, if there's a buyer listening to this or a seller of real estate, how would they contact you?
They would contact me through email or phone number. I'm really easy to reach. I feel like I always have my phone with me. So
What's your phone number?
206-697-4332.
Okay. And email address?
MEL, I spell it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Hard to pronounce. MELNICH lilly@gmail.com.
Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you so much for coming on. That was fun.
Thanks so much, Dan.